Well, somebody eat, you know.
Fine, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Are you a bit no pepper?
Yes, sir. I'm eating some pepper. Put on my shrimp.
Oh, yeah. Eh? Yeah, man.
Ready? Alright, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. I'm a friend, man, but you don't have to talk to me.
Go enjoy that. One, look at that. Yeah.
Underscores the steadfast dedication of Jeremy and nephew and the Water Compare Group, especially during times of adversity, which we have just gone through as a country. As Border embarks on this new chapter, we are committed to sustainable empowerment to the vendors, community, and small business operators. We celebrate the culture and economic catalyst that this place represents for the people of St. Elizabeth and West Border. Backed by the solidarity of our group, we stand committed to supporting your journey through innovation, care, and shared aspiration. Borders Rebirth is a culmination of a shared vision and steadfast resolve. We applaud the Jamaican government, community volunteers, and every individual who has contributed. And as a proud St. Elizabeth, I am happy that we're able to reopen so quickly. Thank you very much.
Escovitch style, steam and fried bammy. I was affected by Hurricane Melissa at Barrio. My shop was destroyed totally. The whole structure was gone as well. I must say that the minister has been here from the Hurricane Melissa pass until now. The reconstruction my shop and others. We now have a nice big kitchen around the back, a nice pathway. You have the ambience of the sea breeze, where customers can come, stop, sit, eat and relax, purchase their meal. The shop looks uniform and beautiful. I just love it. I just want to say thanks to the government of Jamaica, my Prime Minister, the most Dr. Honorable Andrew Holness, my Prime Minister, who has been here from morning until night. Through the ups and downs, it doesn't matter, he's doing what he has to do. To direct and oversee what's going on. He has been purchased my fried fish and steamed fish, and he said to me, "This is one of the sweetest fried fish I've had." So again, a big thank you all for reaching out to me in the time of need. Our Honorable Prime Minister, thumbs up to you. I've been here, Honorable. Your team was great. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining,
Thank you very much to our Master of Ceremonies, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister, Senator the Honorable Auburn Hill, our Minister of Industry, and members of the team from the Ministry of Industry. Of course, State Minister Sivright and State Minister Witter. Other special invited guests, His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Richard Solomon. We are in your place. Ms. Samara South, who is our Public Affairs and Government Relations Manager, on behalf of JWN. Monica, can we give Monica another round of applause? As Member of Parliament, it's hard for you to decide who you buy fish from. You have to buy from everybody. But by now they know that I have bought a fair amount from Monica. Listen, I will speak in two quick capacities. Firstly, as Member of Parliament for the area. If you did not know, Border is part of Southwest St. Elizabeth. We share it. Part of it is Southwest St. Elizabeth, part of it is Eastern Westmoreland. I did see Danny here, and I say hello to Danny. So we do share border. But one of the things that we in St. Elizabeth know is that whatever we do, it is the best in the world. So you all know that the best fried fish and bammy in the world is found in Border. And I think we should clap those connoisseurs, those chefs, the entrepreneurs who day in, day out. And, you know, everybody deserves help, but the people in Border deserve it a little bit more. And I tell you why. The hurricane was the Tuesday. By Friday, despite most of them losing their houses, they were back out serving people again. They were back out running their businesses. And as they said, they got the tarpaulin, they put it up because they have said, Prime Minister, that they want to be able to help themselves. They know that if they go back out and start to generate income again, then they can build back their houses. And when I went out there and I saw them and I said, boy, you're really out here. They said, MP, we have to be. Because we have our families to take care of. And the beauty, 90% of them are strong Jamaican women. And it's a testament to our female entrepreneurs. So I am very happy. And when people came and saw them, a lot of people were surprised, were shocked. And in fact, I know that the Sean Paul Foundation came saw what they were doing and said they wanted to help and started providing some support. And when Minister Hill came, he said it cannot be halfway. The government has to step in because we are going to do it properly, and we're going to ensure that everybody who is at border gets a brand new kiosk. I think that deserves a massive round of applause. And I commend Minister Hill and the team from the Ministry of Industry. This is a comprehensive rehabilitation. We had embarked on something a few years ago, and I'm very happy that the persons who drove that process at that time are still here working with those entrepreneurs. And that is the JWN group, Jerry and Nephew. They have been with the persons at border for years, over a decade now, and they still remain helping the community move forward. So today is a good day for us. It's a good day for the people of border. It's a good day for the people of Jamaica. Because remember, border don't sell just to themselves. The people who pass here daily, and Prime Minister, their biggest support is not from tourists. It's from local people who just love. And they want to see support. When people come and going back to foreign, and they have to get the best fried fish, they come to border. So this is a good day for us here. But outside of that, there will be no border without our fishermen and women. So one of the things that we have been doing as a ministry is focusing on getting our fishers back out to sea. In Hurricane Melissa. In fact, no hurricane has done the level of damage to our fishery sector like Hurricane Melissa. Over 3,000 boats were damaged. That is half of our artisanal fishing fleet. And not just the boats. If you talk to the fishers, a lot of them who had pots at sea, and if you know how our fishing practices are, our fishers make their pots, put them out to sea, come back in, and then go back out to collect. And when they went back out after Hurricane Melissa, unfortunately, they found no pots. So we have been on a drive to get them back the implements, the wire that they need to rebuild their pots. And already, 725 fishers have got wire from the ministry, over 2,000 rolls of wires that we have distributed, including areas like White House, Black River, to get those fishermen back out. And that was just phase one, which included not just the distribution of wire, but cleaning up some of those fishing beaches so that the fishers could maneuver the space. It also included providing things like ice, and we've partnered with some great partners to get our fishers back up and running. Now we are going into phase two. And in phase two of our fisheries intervention program, we're going to be providing grants to our fishers so they can go back again. So we're going to be providing boat repair grants, we're going to be providing engine replacement grants, and we're going to be providing grants starting from $250,000 and going all the way to $5 million to get our fishers back out there so they can provide the fish for our entrepreneurs at border. We will start that distribution next week, and we are also going to be embarking on the Scotts Cove Beach Redevelopment Program. Something that I've met with the fishers about. Scotts Cove PM is this area, and we're going to be putting in some light. We're going to be cleaning up the beach so the fishers have somewhere to bring in their boats, and we're going to put in a storage facility so that our fishers can store their fish to supply these people at border. So we're taking a comprehensive approach to Scotts Cove and the rehabilitation. Now I quickly will switch back as I close to my role as MP. Work means that there is more work to be done. Again, St. Elizabeth has the best of almost everything. So not only do we have the best fried fish and bammy, we also have the best peppered shrimp in the world, in a place called Middle Quarters. You see, I don't have to say it. They too were tremendously damaged by Hurricane Melissa. In fact, almost all of their stores were destroyed. And I see TF is here, I see JWN is here, and I see Auburn Hill is here with the Ministry of Industry. And we have Jampron, we have DBJ, we have the PS, who PM probably doesn't know, but the PS also hails from the best parish, which is St. Elizabeth. It would be nice if the next time we come back, in another 2 months or so, we are gathered to unveil the new kiosks for the middle quarters entrepreneurs. I leave that and I suggest that to the ministry. We are here to partner. Let us see how we can help those entrepreneurs, just like we've helped the entrepreneurs in Border get back on their feet and get out providing the world with the best of what we do. God bless you, everybody.
Helm momentarily, that's Senator the Honorable Auburn Hill, but just before he comes, we're going to show you a short video on the transformation here at Border.
It was really destroyed. And gentlemen, the credit goes to the Doctor, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, for giving me that privilege to do that. Honorable Floyd Green, he may need to no more introduction. He is Border, he is Monroe, he is St. Elizabeth, he is everything that him said that is good. And of course, we have MP, now Minister of State, Honorable Delano Seabright, my state minister, and beside him is Minister Floyd's state minister, Honorable Franklin Witter, who is actually one of my 2 MPs. Don't ask how I have 2 MPs, it's complicated. Senator, we have, of course, all our people from the ministry, not all but many, led by the permanent secretary, Mrs. Sansa Bennett Templar, who you'll hear about the yin and yang that goes on when you do something like this. And I have to push for reduce the time, and she has to push for, hey, be accountable and transparent. We have to make sure we procure properly. Mrs. Samara South, who you heard from, Miss, yes, very important, Miss, in the video, putting it up. Then him send Samara this morning with him and her, she and her team, with all the aprons, to the apron them there, Ray and nephew, and what a nice color they choose. My agency heads are here, of course. I'm going to pick out Dr. Riley, Dr. Cliff Riley, because when we made then when I came, I saw them, some of the people who got this stuff from Sean. When I said, look, we're going to make this in good order, nice and straight for you, and all of them will be uniform. They say, all right, can we take it home and put up, because we have nothing at home. The tarpaulin fly off all the time. And so he helped them both here and in their homes. Some of them we even delivered for them at their homes. So Sean is to be given a great deal of thanks. His team is here today. Give them a round of applause again, please, for the work that they did. You heard Miss Monica Baker, the media practitioners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let us first give thanks to the Lord for the resilience and spirit of the Jamaican people. Of the Jamaican people. we give the Lord thanks for, who have endured and persevered through the unprecedented impact of Hurricane Melissa that struck Jamaica on October 28, 2025. We will never forget it. Melissa was a storm of literally historic proportions that brought quite unimaginable destruction. Some of us, we couldn't believe that a hurricane could do that. It challenged our fellow Jamaicans and hundreds of communities. Yet today, we stand in border to record our determination or commitment to not just renewal, but to build for the future with clear purpose and resilience factored into everything we build. This is the day for border. Thank God that we're able to do this. But I tell you something else, and this is not political at all. When I go around Jamaica and all these parishes, many of them, I have quite a few of them, many of my PNP friends, them take me aside and say, thank God Andrew Holness and the GLP win before the hurricane come back. Yeah, man, allow me to tell you, it's the truth. So, that's not a political statement, that's a statement of resilience. Okay? So, and that commitment I tell you about with determination to not just renewal but to build for the future, that commitment is not just for restoration and upgrade of the border commercial ecosystem. Nice wording. You hear it, Delano? The border commercial ecosystem. It applies to all that we in this Andrew Holness administration is doing to a future stronger Jamaica. Not just building back, a future stronger Jamaica as we build it. As the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Jamaica's Business Ministry, I'm pleased to be here to mark a beginning milestone in Jamaica's recovery. This is an important first step from Hurricane Melissa's devastation. We're pleased to be formally reopening these business kiosks in border St. Elizabeth, a place where industrious and resilient persons work for their livelihoods, their communities, and to support themselves and their families as they serve their expectant and often repeat customers day after day. As Floyd said, it's not just the foreign ones come, but the Jamaican ones. But let me tell you something. After this, and them drive and the social media pick it up, me sorry for you, you're going to have whole heap of foreign people. People that come from Montego Bay say, we have to go to border. People that come from Mandeville say, we have to go to border because the fish down there good. And you know what? Even the minister say it in public. And it's true because Monica and Shireen, all of them fish, me taste fish, me eat fish. Me have lots of protein. 7 businesses. In border, we identified 35 shops. They were pretty much all blown down. All the concrete we had to take, what some of it pop off, we have to take a backhoe and knock it down. Hey, Chef Lumley is here. Yeah, man, good to see you, Chef. Chef plays tennis, you see him slim? And I see him on the tennis court. A great chef, and he's here of the Sean Paul team. Wave your hand here for me, Chef. Everybody knows Chef Lumley. These businesses, there were 37 of them. The stores were broken down. So you know what we did? We break down what we had to break down. Use the backhoe, clean up all the rubbish off of the beach. And we didn't build back 37. We crafted and created and built 51 new shops for the people at border. We didn't stop there. Them did have some little thing that them put the pot on. So we put kitchens at the back. We put in 11 kitchens for them to use to help them do their business. We didn't stop there. We make sure we put in a gazebo being built right now. So people, when them buy the fish and bammy, if them drive off, there's no second sale. So me say, no, go in the gazebo, eat it when you buy it, bring some home for the family. So we set up that for them. And boy, flag me glad seminar run for nothing. But we didn't stop there. You know how many people benefit from this? You have those 51 shops probably support maybe up to 70 people. We make sure the stalls which were not put in concrete, we put them in concrete, lock them down in concrete. On the roof, we put on hurricane straps. Now me know say all the house me grew up with never have no hurricane strap. But now we build those with hurricane strap, and they're built in such a way that the wind goes through, and therefore they're most likely protected. So we have all that stuff, but you know how many people get help? You have those 51 people. You have 70 of them that will get help, but you have 26 fishermen behind them who have to deliver. You have the people who deliver the bammies and the pumpkin and what you put in the soup. All that stuff, the curry goat. Not the curry goat, the goat. The goat is curried here. So by the time we add it up and you multiply by 3 or 4 people who are helped by those, we're near to between 300 and 400 people that we help right here, so a border. And that is outstanding. So some of them named Monica, one named Cooliman, Conch, Fish and Lobster. I just want to tell you so you don't get confused. Cooliman look a lot like me. So go look for somebody like me. Alright? Then you have Kevin Hope. He is Cooliman. Miss Colette Hotspot Fish Shop. Shereen Cozy Corner. Stacy and Opal. You have Mr. P Soup. Mr. P, incidentally, we get him to do a lot of the cleaning up for us, and he did it very well. And you have people there who are selling this, all kinds of lovely things at Border. This is the heartbeat of Border, and all of them have been named. We, my staff, Cadian and Roxanne and PS's director, Dwayne, got all the names. Miss Pauline Reynolds, working in my office, got the names, made sure the names are right. J. Ray and Nephew printed them. Look, them pretty till you're tired. If you want to know how pretty it is, don't stop at the end. Walk up further up the road and just look down the road. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So, we're here to help those people. We couldn't do it without partners. We also couldn't do it without the people in the ministry who help. My job, the PM said, get it up and get it fast.
See here, Ms. Samara South. So Ms. is slightly different from Miss. Representing J. Ray and his nephew, the Campari group. Let me just say big up to Monica. Monica Baker, who gave the testimonials. Allow me to acknowledge Mrs. Sansia Bennett Templar, permanent secretary. It's good to be with such nice and decent people. Or rather, today's reopening of the business kiosks and shops at Border in St. Elizabeth carries significance far beyond the physical restoration of a market space. It represents a defining statement of national intent that after a disaster such as Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica is intentional and serious about rebuilding communities, restoring livelihoods, and renewing the foundations of economic life with greater resilience and purpose. And we are doing it in an area that is a microcosm of the wider commercial endeavors in Jamaica. That is with the MSMEs, the small, the medium, small, and micro enterprises. Because this segment of Jamaica's economy represents almost 70% of the economy. It is significant. It is a large employer of labor. It carries income for most households in Jamaica. And therefore, having the launch of our program for the restoration of businesses in the country, having it done here, it's very symbolic of the government's intent and the government's respect, concern, and appreciation for small businesses, micro businesses in Jamaica. If you listen to my presentations, you will hear me emphasize the importance of the economy. And I've oftentimes tried to break down the economy in its simplest form to make it accessible and relatable, because there is a sense in many Jamaicans, including many of the lovely ladies here gathered well decked out in their branded aprons, that they may sometimes feel they're not a part of the economy. In other words, there is a certain sense of non-inclusion in the wealth of the nation. And that is historical. That the average Jamaican does not see themselves as owners of the economy or as having rights to economic benefit. And we must change that. We have to change that mindset. And we want every Jamaican to feel that they are an important part of the economy, that they can articulate and navigate and get opportunities and do well and be successful in the economy, no matter how small their participation in the economy is. That within this, nebulous and ephemeral and this very distant thing that we call the economy may appear to be, I can find my way in the Jamaican economy. And that is what we are doing as a government. Yes, a few days ago, I was opening a manufacturing enterprise, a $70 million investment in a brewery. But I make sure that today I am here to see the restoration of commercial activities in one of Jamaica's premier, what we call street gastronomy attraction. You like the word? It's the same thing as street food. But when you put on the branding and you nice it up, by the way, street food is a huge tourism attraction globally. Huge. And what we are doing is investing in that. I see Kerry Wallace here from the TEF representing the tourism interest. Because, make no mistake about it, this is part of tourism. And by the way, visitors don't only come from overseas. Because of this, there are many persons who are going to say, you know what, let me drive from Kingston and come to Border. And because the ministry has made an investment in putting in not just the kiosks, but a little place that you can park. I gather there are some bathroom facilities, as they call them, and other facilities for people to stop and enjoy, that you may get more customers coming, more what they call them, dryland tourists, coming to participate. And, you know, that's more business. That's the economy. So as of today, you are a part of the economy. You are an important agent of the economy, and I want you to see yourselves as that. And what is happening here is investment. And you are investors and business people. That's the mindset that I want you to have. And once you start to have that mindset, then you start to think about how you're going to grow, how you're going to innovate, how you're going to bring on new products, new services, greater conveniences. And before you know it, as many have been doing, you build your house out of it, not to mention the cars. But I know there are many stories of persons here sending their children to school out of fry fish and bammy. Nothing wrong with that. And so we are investing in that, in the small businesses. So right after the pandemic, when everybody was tied up in trying to figure out how we would conduct the relief exercise, well, we had already worked that out, and we were already focused on recovery and how we would stand up businesses. Now, whenever you're in a disaster, there's a certain mindset that comes in, and if you're not careful in managing the disaster, you get locked into a mindset. All right, and the mindset is you want to deal with the thing that you see in front of you, the immediate need. That's important, and sometimes the population is not yet ready to receive information about other things that don't appear to be immediate. But governments have to be thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead. That's why you elect them, right? So I gave a directive to Minister Hill, and I can't take tales out of cabinet, but he interpreted as it was a directive, get it done. And he did. I had to call him a few times and remind him that his ministry is in Kingston. But there are some people who believe that in a disaster anything goes, and we shouldn't apply thought to what we're doing. As I reflect upon that period of the response, and as all of you would have been following some of the discourse around this very small element of the response, I hope you realize that good government matters. That you could have government that would have taken other decisions that would have led to a waste of your resources. Good government matters. And so I'm standing here today to report, as the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce has reported, that we have worked closely with the distributive trade, and they have contributed largely to the restoration of business. Companies such as Wisinco, Carimed, Jamaica Broilers, Lasco partnered with the Ministry of Investment, Industry and Commerce to support the restoration of the distributive trade right across Jamaica. In total, 1,377 businesses across 5 parishes were formally assessed between November 10 and December 31st. St. Elizabeth alone accounted for 160 assessments. And every one of these businesses that were assessed represents people. It represents a household. It represents livelihood. And so against this backdrop, we have the business restoration program. And what you are seeing here today is the conclusion of just one of the interventions in the business restoration program. By the way, this is going on right across Jamaica, but this is a cluster. You know, I have given a directive to the Cabinet Secretary to reduce the number of ceremonies and the extent of ceremonies that we have, because it does take up a lot of time and it really consumes the effort of the public bureaucracy and staff to be sitting in ceremony for 1 or 2 hours. But increasingly it is becoming important that we have to have these events. We have to have these markers in time for achievement, because if you don't, the deluge of misinformation and falsehood would overwhelm the public's attention and distort the national mood. The truth is that, you know, our population is consuming quite a bit of false information. And many in our population are not empowered in a way where the media literacy skills are high, that they can discern what is nonsense and what are facts. And so the government has to take this kind of forward-facing frontal position to bring information. We almost have to be in your face every day to counteract the deliberate falsehoods that are being spread. You know, I have university-educated people WhatsApping me things that they see on TikTok and social media and asking me if this is true. And I'm saying, you don't go to university, you're not supposed to be able to know if this is true or not. Go and Google it yourself. But it tells you the dumbing down of the society that is taking place because of the deluge of falsehoods. And it's not just Jamaica. And when I speak to my CARICOM colleagues, they have the same thing. When I speak to my colleagues and friends in other countries in leadership positions, including prime ministerial and presidential positions, they lament the same thing. That their population is being assaulted by a deluge of falsehoods that changes the public mood and makes it absolutely difficult to govern. A game which does not benefit the country. Government, but all it does is make it more difficult for each government to govern. So the people who are paying for this to be done, because largely much of this is done through what they call bots, organized, believe that it is good to do it, but when you look at it from the grand scale, it is very destructive to the harmony of the society. And it is something that has to be addressed. But we address it by creating a deluge of factual information, deluge of information about what the government is doing. So again, I want to thank you for coming out to this ceremony, marking the signifying and exemplifying and showing the business restoration program, but at the same time celebrating with the good people of Border that they have restored resilient infrastructure. They are a part of our economy. We respect, love, and appreciate them. We will continue to invest in them. And as a sign of that, I am placing my order with Monica and whoever else that may want to serve me. I need a dozen. I love fried fish, right? And a whole heap of fried bammy with that. God bless you and thank you.
Listen, Monica, not because the PM said him want, don't bother sell him all of the fish and don't leave none for me. Okay.
Let's go the there.
We are going to ask the PM to make 2 special presentations.
And we keep in our pocket.
Oh, let me come here. No, this one is from Monica.
Oh, you have Monica's first. Okay, Monica first, please, and thank you.
Come to this side now. Okay, all right, that's fine.
All right, excellent. Everybody says Miss Monica hands sweet, and I shall sample it this afternoon.
Very nice, very nice. So all of this is yours, Monica. All of this is yours. All right, so look, prepare half dozen fry fish for me. Nice big ones, all right?
All right.
With the fry bammy.
Half dozen fish for Ian. Just 3 for me, please. And thank you very much.
All right.
And I want mine roast fish for me. And then let's invite Tanya Grant to receive.
So Tanya, please prepare for me another half dozen fry fish. You do festivals? No festivals? So give me then 6 whole of bammy. All right? Very nice.
Thank you so much.
It's in here for you. All right. And you.
TVJ, Bonnie, you know Bonnie from TVJ?
Excuse me, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Good. No, but I think this was all.
Yes. Oh. Bonnie?
Yeah. Richie. Sir, Polly, the sister.
You know everybody first.
Sir, Polly, they can't walk in with that.
So, what do you have to share?
Right here.
I like mine fried very dry. You have the very dry one. If not, I buy this one. I like this one. Looks a little fresh today. Alright, and how much is this one? So everybody, you can find the price.
Yes. Yeah,
alright, no problem. Okay.
Everybody step back, everybody get that. Everybody eat off. Oh, sorry. Just another one here.
I like the big one, but this is fine. I'll keep a part for you. How much? You see what I'm talking about, economy? I take it.
Keep your picture.
Minister paid for that.
That's true.
Go through. I know a lot of people going to enjoy themselves.
Sorry.
No, but you know, support. We have to support. All of this.
Where's my fish then? Want a nice fish? No, fish just like I just want.
Give it like 6. I want you to hold it.
Seconds for 9, so I'm going to give it for 8.
All right. You can. No, man, give the premises. No, man,
Canadian or Roxanne?
Garnet Reed. I'm president of the Small Business Association of Jamaica.
This fall under?
This fall, right. I report to Minister Arbin Hill.
Yes. Tell me how you feel about having this opening today and small business enlargement for persons.
I think it's a wonderful thing that is happening here today. What we see here is a opening of commerce that was long overdue. And today I must commend the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Minister of Investment, Industry and Commerce, to opening, along with Ray Neville, who play a very important role to get up and running commerce that we badly need. You see, what happened is that you can open one set of businesses and don't open the other set. You need a flow of commerce, small business, so that money can flow and networking and bring the economy back up and running. But today is a day that every Jamaicans should be proud of. After what happened with Hurricane Melissa and see the opening, this is why I am here today represent the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises to ensure that commerce is up and running.
So do you see any other areas that you'd like to see something like this happen?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We'd like to see other areas, of course. We like to see Trelawney of business people down there, and Nova of business who get a hard hit. We cannot just penetrate on Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. We have to go to the other areas so that we can get commerce up and running. You know, during the Christmas season, I went to a number of flea market and so on, and I asked them, what is your sales like? And they said to me that business is down. A business dropped between 50 to 56%. And I said, why? They said part of the country shut down. You don't have a flow of money. You don't have a networking in business. And so with the commerce now opening here in St. Elizabeth, I would like to see other areas, other parishes opening where commerce is concerned, especially small business, who is the engine of growth for the Jamaican economy. We represent 80% of employment, and we give the government trillions of dollars. Oftentimes, people talk down to small businesses, and the Prime Minister said small businesses is the engine of growth for the Jamaican economy, and therefore you get small business up and running, you get the economy up and running. You're welcome.
Start 3 years ago.
Since I was 13, I started
So you must be very happy with what has happened here.
Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very grateful, and I must say I appreciate this gesture that you guys have come together and put together for us. We really appreciate it.
No, blessings. Yes. Floyd, you are responsible here. Give me this.
It's a 14-year-old brother. And the woman alone, you see him? Oh, whoops, shit.
We'll talk afterwards.